London Hot Radio.
Good evening, London. We are back at London Hot Radio to deliver you some more news. Now, you may have noticed that last Friday I wasn't here, but do not fear, because I'm back again to deliver some more news. Now, what we're starting off with is something that we've talked about a bit before. It's the heat. It's this awful, awful heat. Now, it is starting to cool down a bit more, but it is still quite hot. And here in the studio, down here, it's quite cool. Upstairs, warm. Outside, it's very warm. And sitting in your home, you might be boiling as well, because it is way too hot still. But it's a bit more serious than just thinking that it's hot. Because as well as it just being hot, there has been some health issues going around. You might think, oh, it's just really hot, I can barely deal with it. But it's getting quite serious because some people have actually died because of these heat waves.
Yeah.
It's getting that serious.
And
in fact,
people are too hot to even realise that things like this is actually happening.
Yeah. It just kind of creeps up on you. You don't really even realise that it's happening, but it is affecting your body right now. It's affecting my body. It's affecting Esther, Anisha's body. It's quite awful. Because the heat wave in May. This is just like estimated numbers, but the heat wave in May killed 550 people.
That is a lot.
The most recent one in June killed, again estimated, 2,200 people.
2,200.
So
Diabolical.
So overall, it's around 2,700 people.
In England?
Yeah, in England and Wales.
Oh, that is bad.
So like not including Northern Ireland, not including Scotland, but Scotland's colder anyway.
Oh yeah.
But in just England and Wales, that many people have died from these heat waves. So it is actually getting that serious. So
I didn't think that far. That's actually really
and it mostly affects kind of like babies and older people and like anyone with like existing health issues. Because when it's hot, there's a lot more pressure on your body, and the temperature of your body goes up. So and because the pressure, your body pumps a lot more. The heart like pumps a lot more, so it can like cause stuff like heart attacks and strokes and stuff like that. And even if you're not like a baby, if you're not old, if you don't have existing health issues, it can affect anyone. It can affect fit like 20-year-olds, like fit, healthy people. It doesn't matter who you are. It can affect everyone. So just starting off with just kind of like a bit of
safe.
Yeah, a bit of safety. Stay safe out there. Remember your water bottles. If you don't have a water bottle with you, and if you have money, like go out, buy water. Yeah, stay hydrated, stay cool. And if you feel a little bit faint or hot, tell someone, because even if you might not have a heart attack or a stroke, you might faint, which isn't exactly pleasant. And especially can become quite an inconvenience.
Yeah, if you're like by yourself, how are you gonna get by?
And then in more serious situations, it can turn into a bigger issue, and then you might die. So just not trying to get too deep and too dark, but stay safe and make sure other people around you are safe. But moving on from that,
let's talk about some sports.
Yeah.
And I don't know if everybody watched that game on Saturday, but
I did.
Yes.
I did.
The two best friends, Norway and England. And yes, our most beloved Jude Bellingham and Erling Haaland. And I'm sure everybody saw that England victoriously won, with scores being at 2-1 and Bellingham being the one that scored both the goals. But I'm not gonna like lie, I low-key think Bellingham carried, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Anyway, talking about Norway, Haaland is actually, like, this time England was the first country to ever not let Haaland score since October 2024, which is a whole 2 years, guys. That's a lot of time.
Which is too good.
Yeah, guys. He's growing so good, and it clearly shows how powerful the three lines have become, and like how much we've developed over the years. And some might argue it's just Haaland and like his just friendship that let England get the better score, but at the end of the day, it's the friendship that beats any game. So
that is what
that's really
is most
important.
important.
Yeah,
Just the friendship.
Yeah, but let's get talk about some funky things happening in Mexico.
Now let's talk about something new and quite funny. There is now some mysterious man catching thieves at night in Mexico.
Catching
Locals are calling him the Mexican Batman.
Mexican Batman.
Yeah, I
That
know.
is a name.
He's been hunting down motorcycle thieves and taping them to lamp posts.
Taping them.
Yeah, and he writes and draws on their face. Yeah, which is
That is so
hilarious.
funny.
Yeah.
Wait, like what kind of stuff?
Whiskers and stuff like that.
Ah.
It's
Yeah, he's like,
No,
absolutely
because like
hilarious.
didn't like I'm pretty sure we saw some pictures earlier. It's like genuinely, it looks like in the movies where it's like, we got to the crime scene too late. Oh,
Yeah.
get over the bad guys. And it's literally like taped to like a pole or something.
Yeah, and
with
a lot of
with
tape.
and
It's
like
like back to back
yeah,
two people.
like just photos of like two cameras like staring at the camera like this, like from tape on their mouths,
Yeah, I
wrapped
know.
around.
But unfortunately, after 10 days of vigilant justice, the police started looking for him,
Oh.
the Batman.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Fun police, bro.
Like,
know.
it's a real win. Like, the criminals are already caught, and he leaves evidence for the police. You know, why are they looking for him? Why are they
Literally.
always looking for the wrong
He's
person?
a silent savior.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Exactly.
Like he's a good person. Like, come on. Yeah. So Lagos de Moreno has been one of Mexico's most dangerous
Oh,
cities.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
for years. And locals are fed up with authorities not doing anything about it. So yeah, the locals are absolutely happy with this mysterious man, the
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, he's the hero of the people.
Yeah,
You know?
guys.
Speaking of heroes, there's been a bit of an English hero coming around recently on the internet. A bit more. You might have heard of him. He's called Count Binface.
The one and only.
Yeah, and although he's not catching criminals, he's doing something else. He's making a fool out of who is basically a criminal.
Yeah, guys.
The one and only Nigel Farage. And
Ew.
yeah, as I've talked about before, I think it was on Thursday, I was talking about how Nigel Farage has resigned
Yeah.
as an MP to trigger a by-election,
Glad.
but I didn't really know that much about it. And now I do know a bit more about it, so I'm here to talk to you about it and tell you a bit more about it. Now, it kind of had to do with something like, I think it was like something to do with Nigel Farage's like, his confidence. He was like, oh, I'll resign and the people will vote me back in, or something like that. So he resigned and triggered a by-election, and so all the other politics
Or
and like
just challenging his luck.
all the other political parties were like, nah, like they just didn't want to do it. So they kind of like boycotted it by all withdrawing from the election to kind of cancel it. But there is still one person going against Nigel Farage in the by-election, and that is Count Binface. Now, who is Count Binface? Well, I have a little bit of information for you here about him.
Hey, guys.
If I can find it. Count Binface, a satirical character who has pledged to abolish VAR in football.
Oh.
Conscript people who play loud music on public transport and nationalise Adele.
I agree. I
Um,
agree.
Has now emerged as Nigel Farage's main competitor in this by-election. So Binface, he's actually been in multiple elections before. I have more elections.
Yeah.
Where was it? It was here. Wait.
Loki, our savior. Just,
Yeah.
just, uh,
Yeah. Has contested a number of elections, including contests against Boris Johnson, Rishi Sunak, and most recently the
that's
by-election in Makerfield, where he received 95 votes.
Ooh, that's
So-
actually a good amount for like.
It's not.
rank- Yeah, but like nobody really knows
Yeah.
him, so.
So before, not a lot of people knew him. He was like getting small amounts of votes, and he's put himself out there. He has like manifestos of kind of like silly things. Some of his things that he's promised to do actually fairly good.
Some of them are actually like valid.
Yeah,
It
some
makes
of them are a
sense.
bit more silly. Some of them don't. Not all of them make sense, and there's like one or two every now and then.
A lot of
that you see
teenagers would
that you
agree.
might
Like
disagree
us.
with, like the VAR.
Oh
I don't
yeah,
think- yeah.
I don't. Think
But majority of his stuff in his manifestos, I actually agree with, and although they're a bit silly and funny, they're not bad and they're not harming anyone, and they can actually be quite good.
yeah.
So a lot of people are kind of supporting Binface now for a few reasons, quite British reasons in my opinion. Number one, taking the piss, because that's just
Yeah.
something that we love we love and adore to do. Because a lot of people don't like Nigel Farage.
I don't.
And they're just like, oh, he's resigned, amazing, but oh, this is by-election, and then they find out about Binface, and they just find it really funny that you have such confidence that people will vote you back in, and then you lose to someone called Count
Embarrassment
Binface.
at peak, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
someone
so embarrassing.
you lose to someone called Count Binface, and also I think just people just don't want Nigel Farage to win at all.
I don't.
And so because like he's come up out of nowhere, he's always been here, just kind of putting himself out there, but because a lot more people have like found out who he is, he's just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So a poll has recently come out, kind of like learning, just like finding out who is actually supporting Count Binface, who is actually like hearing about him and going yeah, or
Me.
who is hearing about him and going
People.
who is this guy, we don't want him.
I do.
And so a poll came out, and 33% of the voters in this poll said that they would support and rather have Count Binface win the election. 21% said that they would support through Reform UK
That
and
is
vote Nigel Farage.
Depression.
Yeah, which is quite actually a big difference in percentage for Count Binface, and then 32% that they would rather have neither. Which
Oh.
still, but let me read you.
Controversial.
Let me read you some of Count Binface's some of his things off
Yeah.
of his 2026 manifesto. So not all of these make sense, so just try your
Hold
best.
in, guys.
We're trying our best to understand them. I will cut your taxes and raise everyone else's.
Who's everyone?
Apologies for the unmake sensing sentence.
Yeah.
But this is on his manifesto.
Manifesto.
I think it kind of means like cutting the people's taxes and then raising like more richer people. I don't know. That's just
I
my
guess.
interpretation. That's my
Hopefully.
interpretation. All 99 flake ice creams
That one's funny.
to cost no more than 99p, and Wigan kebabs to be price capped at £2. Corners to be refereed properly in football.
Yeah, that's funny.
People who use speakerphones on public transport to be conscripted.
Ooh.
Wi-Fi on trains that works.
Yeah.
Also, trains that work.
Trains that work is crazy.
Yeah. Cyclists who break the highway code to be forced to ride unicycles instead.
That is sad.
Elected mayors to be ineligible for Parliament until after their term of office, which I actually agree with
Ooh.
quite a bit. That's actually quite good. And then he has quite a few others in here. His main one that he's kind of like most known for, I guess. The hand dryer and the gents' toilets at the Crown and Treaty Pub, Uxbridge, to be moved to a more sensible position. He also has like Count Binface to be the UK's entrant at Eurovision 2026. I think it's just trying to get up there, guys. Tries in Rugby League to be increased from 4 points to 5 points in line with inflation. I just kind of find that one funny. But this is only his 2026 manifesto.
Yeah.
He's done a few previous ones. Like I know in his I haven't got a picture of all of them here. I only have a picture of his 2026 one. But I do know, I was reading a few of them, and I do know that in one of his previous manifestos, he said that he wanted to give all NHS workers free parking.
Ooh, that's actually like a really
Which
good option.
I think that's actually quite good. In fact, he said in his 2026 manifesto, I stand by my past manifestos, croissants, Brexit, Trident, building at least one affordable house, I've got it all covered. So, personally, I don't know about you guys, I stand with Binface.
Me too.
I do. But unluckily, if he does get voted in and he gets a spot in Parliament, which is good, he will have to take his Binface mask off because you aren't allowed in Parliament if you have a mask on because of like safety issues
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Which is a bit unfortunate because his identity will be
But he's
revealed.
still iconic,
But
guys.
still iconic. Nationalising Adele and all that. But yeah, I stand with Binface because no one likes Nigel Farage, and he actually has fairly good stuff in his manifesto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to some things that benefit our people here in
Yeah.
South London. Doctors across Merton Wandsworth are increasingly prescribing community gardening and outdoor volunteering as official health treatments.
Oh.
And that's quite interesting because, like, prescribing doing gardening as a treatment, it's really interesting and might be controversial, but I think it's like a really good way. And local community gardens are getting fresh funding to host these sessions, and people helping tackle isolation and mental health struggles for free. And I think that's really good for our
Oh,
community.
That's actually
and
really nice.
and like help spread this so more people have an opportunity to like help build their mental health and make it better because you don't know what people are facing
Yeah.
nowadays.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys.
Yeah, but it's like that's really nice. But this is a charity, so it's like, what can you do to help
Yeah.
with this? Because this personally to me, mental health is really important. So what can I do, and what can like you guys do to help about this? Which is kind of like why we're telling you. First of all, this is a charity, so it doesn't run. It runs on like donations and
Yeah.
people volunteering. It doesn't profit because it's a charity.
It's
So-
helping us out.
Yeah, and because it's a charity, one way you can help is like maybe do a little bit of research into it.
Yeah.
It's like because this isn't just happening like one specific area. It's happening like in a few different places. So maybe like research if there's anything like that happening in your local area, and maybe see if you can volunteer. Because that maybe it might help you in your mental health a little bit. Just helping out. I know
You
that
might
like
consider going.
yeah, I do a bit of volunteering with like Cubs and Beavers, and they're very sweet. It does kind of help me a little bit, just kind of like helping people. So I like
Like
maybe
you might feel more happy that you
Yeah.
did something.
yeah, maybe see if you can do some volunteering, or another way. Again, it is a charity. Maybe like spread awareness and like tell other people about it because maybe they can donate a
Yeah.
little bit,
Or they're also
yeah.
willing to do the
Yeah.
volunteering.
or it might reach more organisations or something like that, and they might choose to donate.
Help
Um,
fund more
yeah.
sessions and etc.
So yeah.
Anyway, thank you for hearing from us today, and
Yeah.
we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye. We're gonna. Yeah, we have to go.
Bye, guys.